Well, hello everyone. It is day 7 of the 7 days. Sorry, day 7 of the 31 days of Samhain. And I'm going to talk about some spooky, creepy, Halloween, gothically inclined movies. Kids' movies, basically. So, the first one I'm going to talk about is the animated Addams Family movie that came out a few years ago. Maybe 2020, 2019, something like that. I don't think I liked it as much as the movie that came out in the 90s. But it still had a nice creep factor to it. Still had a little bit of darkness. I liked the reference to it when Wednesday finds, or she brings home a red balloon. And I like, the backstory that was going on and some of the other stuff. It wasn't scary, but still spooky fun. Still the Addams Family. Next, I gotta mention Coraline. A list like this would not be complete without Coraline. I had no idea what that was until I saw the billboards for that movie. I had never heard of it. Don't even think I've ever heard the author before. And I was surprised when they were actually referenced in, other things that I knew of. But anyways, yeah. I don't know. I don't remember where I was going. But we were going somewhere, seeing it on the road. And I thought, I don't know what that is, but it looks cool. It had that spooky feel to it. I can't remember if they had the button eyes going on or not. But anyways, I found out that it was a book. I read the book, loved it. I plan on reading it again eventually. And while I am a person that does kind of nitpick sometimes in book to movie adaptations, but it's mostly things that I feel they took out that were important.
Of a hillbill. Hey, Bill. Are they called?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I'm one of those people. But I did actually like this. And there are some changes. It's been a while since I've read it. But I guess there's more add-in than there really is changes per se. But I did enjoy it. I thought the animation was really well done. Both the book and the movie creeped me out. And I'm in my 30s. Not traumatizingly freaked out. But still, it's really creepy. Basically, if you don't know what Coraline is about a girl who, I thought she lived in London, but she's British in the book, American in the movie, but the character remains the same, personality-wise. But anyways, this little girl named Coraline, not to be confused with Caroline, because that does come up in the book. And the movie.
Don't forget about the cat, too.
Yeah. But, as I was saying, so, little girl named Coraline, her and her family move to this new house, and she finds, this passageway, this little door at the bottom of the wall in the living room or something like that. I can't remember exactly where it is. But the most important part is she finds this little door. And she crawls through this weird looking tunnel. And she finds that she has another mother and, another family. But they have buttons for eyes. And as you may guess, things are not what they appear. And things become quite creepy, sinister, all that good stuff. But yeah, I thought it was really well done. It was a fantastic adaptation. Like I said, I'm usually pretty picky on those things, but I really enjoyed it. I liked the animation. I, liked what they put in, all that stuff. It was a good balance of spooky and fun. And I encourage you to both read it and watch it. They kind of have different feels slightly, but they're both fantastic. Some other ones that I know I liked, but I can't remember everything about them, would be Monster House and Frankenweenie. I have to go watch those two again. But yeah, it bothers me that I don't remember the exact stories of those, because I watched them briefly and I feel I need to go watch them again. But Frankenweenie play on Frankenstein type dog. If I remember correctly, I think it was about a boy bringing his dog back to life. I'm really gonna have to watch that one again. And I think Monster House had something to do with a ghost, but I can't remember. So yeah, those are going to be on my watch list. That with Paranorman. Because I feel like I didn't get to really watch those three. But I do remember that they were decent. So probably check them out. Two movies that I watched more than once. Again, much like Coraline, you must have The Nightmare Before Christmas on this list. Jack Skellington, Pumpkin King, Skeleton from... Was it Halloween Town? Is that what it was called? Anyways, he goes out the little tree door. There's a bunch of trees with different holidays in. He's trying to make next... Yes. He's trying to make the next year's Halloween a little bit more special, and then he discovers Christmas. And he tries to be Santa Claus, and things go terribly, terribly wrong. But this has an awesome, and I mean awesome, opening, song. Just cool, creepy opening, because this is a town full of, monsters and ghouls and boogeymen and weird mad scientists and all that other stuff. So, yeah, iconic characters, great music. I like the balance of Halloween and Christmas. It was a clever story. If you haven't watched it, you need to see it. And then Corpse Bride. Again, it has great songs, great animation. They're both clay stop animation movies. Beautifully done. This is one that is both... I want to say if you're more into the goth type things who like these movies, but I feel like Corpse Bride is a little bit more gothic. Like, I forget what time period it is. I know every time something like this comes up, a lot of people will just throw in the Victorian era, and I can't remember. I'm so bad at those kind of things. But it takes place many years ago. I think maybe around the 1800s, that kind of thing. But it is both, like I said, creepy and sad. There is a guy named Victor who is about to marry, and I believe her name was Victoria. He's about to marry Victoria. Basically, their parents, I guess you would call it an arranged marriage. And he's nervous, so he goes out and he practices his vows, and he ends up marrying a corpse. A dead woman who has been waiting for somebody to come along and marry her because tragic things have happened to her. But yeah, if you can call a movie about somebody trying to get up from the underworld and get out of their marriage to a corpse, beautiful, that's what it is. It is. It is a lovely movie. Gotta mention Hotel Transylvania. I haven't seen the third one, but I've seen the first two, and this is more cute spooky, right? So it's about Dracula and his daughter. I believe his daughter's name was Mavis, and she meets this human boy, and all this stuff happens, right? And then there's part 2 where they have a baby and stuff, and he's trying to make the baby more monster because it seems a little too human. But they are spooky fun. I love the characters in both movies. They're pretty much the same, but yeah, it's fun spooky. I really do need to see the third one. I think I've seen bits of it, but not enough to know what's going on. So that's gonna be on my list too. They are not full on spooky, creepy movies, but I have to talk and give a brief mention to characters such as the Nightmare King. That whole long arm stretch thing, terrifying. The whole horns thing, just terrifying. The fact that they were in somewhere called Nightmare Land is, for a children's movie, spooky, terrifying. Makes you feel uneasy. I would say the whole Maleficent dragon thing, pretty creepy, pretty scary. I might be pronouncing it wrong. Is it Chernabog? Fantasia. And here's the thing. Isn't Chernabog, isn't he actually a Slavic god and not the devil? I'm not well read and well versed in Slavic mythology, so if you guys know anything about that, I would actually like to learn a little bit more. But that whole night on Bald Mountain thing, yeah, creepy, scared me. I actually did a list of things that characters that creep me out, like cartoon characters, and I will link that because I haven't got any comments on that. I made it 5 years ago. But yeah, I'll link that. Another one has to be Hexes. just something about the whole skeleton oil, like, it just looks scary and creepy. And I don't know, something about skeletons, like, just kind of creep me out when they're put certain ways, like when they're like monster-ish kind of things. Let's see. Cool. So yeah, that is my sort of list of movies that I liked, that I sort of liked and need to watch more of. And I hope you enjoyed. See you guys later. Thanks for watching.